Welcome to the Chapters Health Break Customer Experience series. In this segment, we will explore the concept of being vulnerable and how that value positively impacts our internal and external customers. Vulnerability is the essence of connection, and connection is the essence of existence. Leo Christopher. So here comes that scary word, vulnerability. Did everyone just cringe? Why does that word make us feel so uncomfortable? Let us discover why the act of understanding vulnerability and being vulnerable in our relationships is so important. Vulnerability allows us to be more open and emotionally available, which creates a bond with others. Vulnerability in the workplace can create deeper relationships, loyalty to each other, and can allow us to bring our whole selves to work. Those individuals that are more vulnerable are seen as more trustworthy and authentic. Don't we all want to have relationships with team members and leaders that embody those characteristics? Vulnerability is the path to true, authentic human connection. And connecting with others leads us back to trust. Having authentic, trustworthy relationships with our customers creates a truly great customer experience. Brené Brown encourages us when she writes, "Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's our greatest measure of courage." We cannot talk about vulnerability without mentioning courage. The root of the word courage, cor, is Latin for the word heart. Exposing your weaknesses or fears and making ourselves vulnerable to the reactions of others is scary and requires courage and a heart of caring. It is so impactful to be authentically you, so you can authentically connect with others around you. The act of being vulnerable is actually more simple and much more powerful than you might think. How could we build an entire organization where vulnerability is safe and valued? It is through easy steps that if we all can have the courage to embrace, we can impact the care we give to each other, our patients, and our partners. First, it is okay to admit if you don't know something or don't understand. Have the courage to ask for help and lean on others that can help guide you. And if you are the one providing the help, make sure that you're doing it in a way that is authentically caring for your team member or customer. Know that we all make mistakes. It takes courage to take ownership for those mistakes. Taking ownership puts you in control of the situation and increases others' trust in you, because it shows that you're willing to stand up, admit, and correct things when you are wrong. It is powerful to admit a problem and then deal with it. That shows your customers both internally and externally that you have integrity. It is important as team members to accept imperfection from ourselves and others, and in those times to show forgiveness and support to one another. By creating safe environments where vulnerability is not only encouraged, but indeed valued, then it is easier to have those tough conversations in a caring way. And those teams that appreciate vulnerability allow for everyone to be authentically themselves each and every day. Vulnerability also allows us to feel compassion through the act of sharing. Compassion is from the Latin word meaning suffering together. And although we may not actually be suffering together, by showing compassion, we show that we care and are willing to help others. Compassion in the workplace allows us to express kindness and empathy to our coworkers, patients, and partners. These characteristics are key interactions needed to create a great customer experience. Vulnerability is such a valuable and precious part of being human. How can you be more vulnerable in your relationships? How can you support and value vulnerability when your team members or customers have the courage to be vulnerable? How can you create an environment where it is safe for both your internal and external customers to be authentically themselves? It is important to take the time individually and as a team to embrace and embody vulnerability.